Is your generator ready? After last year's hurricanes left thousands without power, many Tampa Bay families made that investment.
But maintenance is key. And have you been keeping up with it? Experts say right now is the time to make sure your generator will actually work if and when a storm hits.
Yeah, 10 Tampa Bay's Nick Valturo is joining us live with the critical steps you need to take before it's too late. Good morning, Nick.
Yeah, Jameson, Sarah, good morning. Yeah, during that storm yesterday, it really gave you flashbacks, right, of all the stuff we went through last hurricane season. But you want to think of your generator as a car, right? You wouldn't leave it untouched for months and expect it to work perfectly. But that's what so many people do with their generators, and it could leave you in the dark when the next storm rolls through. Now, when Hurricane Milton knocked out power across Tampa Bay, generators became a necessity, not a luxury. But experts say these machines need regular TLC. Now, annual maintenance is considered the bare minimum to keep those warranties valid. For homes near the water, more frequent service is a must. Simple things like oil changes, new filters, and fluid checks can dramatically extend a generator's life, and more importantly, ensure it works during those critical post-storm days.
If the oil hasn't been changed in, say, 2 years, and then we expect it to run for 5 or 6 days, that generator has a shortened life or a less chance of making it through the entire outage.
And remember, fuel supply was another major issue during those storms. A lot of the gas stations had no power. They couldn't power those gas pumps. So what Brian recommends is getting one of those automatic standby generators that power on automatically, that run on natural gas or on propane. And of course, you can still make sure you're prepared if you're worried about that. If you're worried about a shortage of gas, a gas supply shortage, you can store gas right now. You can fill up those red containers, make sure you have them in the garage so they're on standby and ready for the next storm.
Yeah, good idea, Nick. And usually when storm season ends, we kind of take these generators and we kind of just, keep them in the garage, don't really think about them. But really, how often should people be getting their generators checked?
Yeah, absolutely, Jameson. And it really all depends on where you live, right? If you're living near the water, you really want to get those generators checked a lot more than once a year. You want to get them checked a few times a year because that salt air, it really does a number on those generators. Also, if you're in a neighborhood that loses power often, you also want to make sure you're getting them checked often and frequently, just so you can preserve that warranty on your generator. But look, just like a car, right? You want to make sure it's getting that oil change or getting that TLC. You're making sure you're keeping up with all that upkeep. Because Brian says if you don't do any of that, you just leave it over there on the shelf, don't power it up, don't get it checked, all it becomes is an expensive paperweight. But right now, reporting live in St. Pete, Nick Valturo, 10 Tampa Bay.